Have you ever put someone on a pedestal only to watch them disappoint you or, even worse, take advantage of your kindness? In this video, let's discuss why idolizing others always backfires and how to protect yourself, the importance of boundaries, the importance of self-respect, and a clear sense of your own worth is. I've done more than my fair share of overgiving with grand success for the others and with concomitant epic fail results for me. Hence, I'm keen to help you to empower yourself to not repeat my mistakes. I'm keen to help you to empower yourself to stop overgiving and to take back your power, to use your own, to take back your power to use for your own purpose, for your own projects, your own hobbies, and your own life. Because here's the thing, if you put someone else on a pedestal, they have to fall off. Have you ever done this? Have you ever gotten lost yourself in the process? And maybe it was a partner, maybe it was a family member, a mentor, a friend, or even being a fan of some sort of celebrity. Did you give too much? Did you give too much time, too much energy, love, expertise, support, or resources, believing that they deserved the pedestal that you had placed them on? But when they fell short, let you down, or maybe behaved unethically, was the impact devastating? Not just for them, but also for you. This is a hard lesson that I have learned firsthand. The problem is I lost myself by putting someone else first. In my early years, I was the epitome of success. I was blessed to be the poster girl for success. From being the dux of my school and school captain to earning a science degree and running a thriving chiropractic practice, I had built a life that most people would love to have had. My work ethic was strong, my dreams were big, and I loved helping others and was very fortunate to have the education, to have the training, the skills, the life, and the opportunities to do so. Then I met the trance medium who was tasked with channeling the Master Chiron, the King of the Centaurs, and bringing through the Chiron healing techniques and philosophies. You may know Chiron as the wounded healer, the teacher of the shamans, the teacher of Asclepius, and the like. Jan was uneducated and unworldly, but she had a rare gift. She was able to step out of her body and allow other beings of light to enter, to come in and to hold discourses with audiences. I was young and raised to do as I was told. I was young and raised to do as I'm told or get smacked. I was raised in a family of 9 and there was always somebody getting belted. Plus, I had a list of violent experiences that had trained me to continue to do as I was told, even if it was to my own detriment. Hence, I gave up my established chiropractic practice and lifestyle to support Jan's vision, even though we didn't even like each other. And there's a red flag right there. Anyway, I ignored my intuition. I forfeited my projects to support Jan, to promote Chiron healing, and to serve the greater good. I compiled the teaching manuals for Chiron healing, had them translated into other languages, organised workshops, taught the teachers, handled all of the logistics, set up the Chiron Healing Teaching School and the Professional Association. I was the inaugural principal of the Chiron Healing School. I even shared my income with Jan, funded all of our overheads, travel, logistics and legal setup fees. She seemed incapable or unwilling to handle basic life skills, so I stepped in believing I was doing something noble. I put her on a pedestal. She was the channel of Chiron healing. I taught throughout Australia. I taught internationally. I trained and organised the other teachers to teach locally and internationally as well. And instead of being grateful for my sacrifices, Jan accused me of taking credit for her work, which was a completely unfounded claim. All of my requests to show what I had done to get up her nose fell on deaf ears. And in hindsight, my crime was being me. My crime was being educated, being young, enthusiastic, organised and productive. And I also had the 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-storey house, the Mercedes, the BMW and the child. I had a beautiful daughter, and Jan had the unbearable pain of being childless. I had a naivety around jealous women and the manipulative games that they can play. I was raised with 7 males, and what you see is what you get. Despite my education and dedication, I was easy prey. She wanted to be the top dog, and the paradox is I put her on a pedestal and actively promoted her as top dog. Anyway, she forced me into exile, turning me into the villain of the story that I had worked so hard to build. And meanwhile, without my energy, without my organisation, practical contributions and money, the school and the professional association I'd helped to build began to crumble. They even removed all record of me from the manuals, from the courses, the websites and the archives. But Jan's pedestal collapsed, and with it, her ability to continue her work became limited. She passed away young, leaving behind a legacy that never reached its potential because it lacked the support system that I had provided. The hardest part? Realising that by putting her on a pedestal for her transmedium gift and sacrificing myself, I had handed over my power. Why does this happen? When you put someone on a pedestal, you create an imbalance. You give away your energy, your time, your worth, elevating someone to a position they may not be able to or willing to sustain. People on pedestals often start to believe their own hype or resent the dependency that they've created on the people who help get them there, and often start belittling or fault-finding the people who elevated them in the first place. The result? They fall short of your expectations. You lose yourself in the shadow, and the relationship or dynamic can often crumble under the weight of imbalance. So, what's the solution? In a world of fame, hype and popularity, how can we stop putting people on pedestals? If you've ever found yourself in a similar situation, giving too much, overextending or even idolising someone to the point of losing yourself, here's how to break the cycle. Practice your own self-worth. Prioritise your own self-worth. No matter how gifted or talented someone is, they're human, just like you. There's a good word, isn't it? Stop undervaluing your contributions and overvaluing other people's. Make a list of your own skills. Make a list of your own talents and your own accomplishments. Acknowledge the energy, the time, and the expertise that you bring to the table. Recognise that mutual respect, not worship, is the foundation of healthy relationships, both personal and professional. Set clear boundaries. Boundaries protect your energy and prevent you from overgiving. They also ensure the relationships in your life are balanced and reciprocal. Learn to say no without guilt. For example, I can't take on this project, but I'm happy to support you in other ways. Monitor your energy levels. If you're constantly drained, it's a sign that your boundaries need to be tightened. Establish clear roles and responsibilities in every partnership and every collaboration. Healthy boundaries don't push the right people away. They create space for mutual respect. Share the spotlight. Idolizing someone doesn't just harm you, it harms them too. They can either become overwhelmed by the pressure or start resenting your support. Instead of putting someone on a pedestal, aim for equality. Acknowledge your contributions openly and confidently. Don't be a doormat. Encourage collaboration instead of taking responsibility for someone's success, and don't allow them to take credit for your contributions. Invest in relationships where both parties give and receive, because true partnerships thrive on balance, not on hierarchy. Why does any of this matter? Putting someone on a pedestal can create a toxic cycle that ultimately harms everyone involved. By prioritizing your own worth, by setting boundaries and creating balanced relationships, you can prevent burnout, you can protect your energy and ensure that your compassion is directed to where it truly matters. It's natural to admire others, but admiration shouldn't come at the cost of your own worth or well-being. You're just as valuable, you're just as capable, and you're just as deserving of respect in your areas of expertise, your experience, and your wisdom.